When we moved onto our land, we planted an apple tree beside the river with your placenta. I imagined you in a couple of years selling apples on the roadside instead of lemonade. You helped Daddy and Granddad dig the hole for the tree while your placenta thawed on the kitchen counter. 6 months earlier, Nan and Bop had been to visit, Bop rooting around in the freezer for a container of stew. "Oh, this must be it," he said, triumphantly holding up a container, a heavy container, of what was not stew at all, but your first knowing place. "No, that's not it, Dad." "Well, what is it?" "It's heavy." "Just put it back, Dad. I'll find the stew." Watching it thaw, I wondered what it must taste like, wishing I'd been one of those moms cool enough to eat it after the birth. It was life itself, I thought, all the vitamins you could want. Would it taste like blood and earth? Or would it taste like every thought you would ever have, every imagining already crystallizing in your mind? I saw its colors bleeding into your veins to become your laugh, your gestures, your frown. Maybe it tasted like the river rushing between your knees, like swinging on the monkey bars and jumping in the mud. It was the essence of you, and I tasted it every day that I spent beside you. It was on our land that we sat down at the kitchen table and told you about the divorce. Your brother hummed, danced, and asked repeatedly for a bowl of ice cream, making a designer performance of his denial. You told me to keep going. "If you're moving out, why don't you just move to another planet?" you said. You buried yourself on the couch and refused to look at me. Driving away, I tried to steer for the years in between then and now, back to before the end, back to when I refused to hear the voice that said, "I don't know about this wedding stuff." But what else would I do? Marriage would give me a place in the world, something to do. You have to do something, you know. Okay, I'll do this. I'll get married and make babies so that people understand me and I make sense. Before my divorce, I had a recurring dream that I was suffocating. The gasp for breath and space woke me night after night. Now I am free, failed, worn out, used up, and free. Do you remember tumbling in the waves, your face plastered with a grin, your bathing suit filling with sand? Body surfing is better without a bathing suit. You don't think such a small amount of fabric is constrictive until you get out of it. That's what marriage was like for me. The thing that was supposed to make sense, and instead it was the bathing suit between the ocean and my bare skin. Now there is trading children in parking lots and favorite t-shirts left behind, half-read books forgotten at the other house. I'll read you a chapter over the phone before bed. Why can't you be married, you ask me. You didn't fight that much. I don't want you to see the world this way, to draw me a picture of our new house with Mommy's and Daddy's rooms carefully placed at opposite ends. I don't want you to be the fix-it guy. I'll go last, Mommy. I'm okay. Don't worry about me, Mommy. I want you to know the secret, which is that the rest of us can take care of ourselves. Who taught you to hold everything in this way? Silly, Mommy. There are days beside the bathtub, splashing around, laughing, until there is too much water on the floor, and who do you think is going to clean this up? This is not 2 boys and a maid, you know. I'm tired. Now I'm yelling. Shouldn't I be too tired to yell? I'm not the kind of mom I thought I was going to be. I've never sewn your Halloween costumes myself. I don't hang out with other moms. I flunked cloth diaper. I lose my patience and call myself grumpy mommy. You are a grumpy mommy, you say. Grumpy mommies are a drag, aren't they? Yes. Let's not be a drag. Let's pick up the things scattered all over the living room floor. That helps me not be so grumpy. Let's lie in the hammock and tell stories and count stars. Let's go in, I'm cold. Mommy, you're always cold. I know, I can't help it. Please, let's go in. I'll tell you stories on the couch. What if when we get there, you're too tired? I won't be. Okay. Oh, maybe I'm tired. Mommy! I'm kidding. It isn't funny. You're right. I listened to you. I listened to the therapist until she said that during your tantrums, I had to hold you against the floor, pin down your arms and legs so that you couldn't move to fight through your anger. Animal trainers sometimes do that to dogs. It teaches them to obey, not to think for themselves. Fuck the therapist. This is the kind of mother I am.